Katy, and I'm here to talk to you today about a big pumping challenge, supply. Now, I'm not a lactation consultant, but I am a mom to my son Brave, and I've done some research to give you useful tips on how to get that milk out of your body and into those bottles. Whatever your reason for pumping, since you're watching this video, it's likely at some point you've run into supply issues, and I feel ya. Although nothing stimulates your body as well as baby, there are things you can do to remind your body of baby to produce more milk and pump effectively. The biggest thing you can do is to mimic that feed-on-demand mentality. And you need to mimic a very demanding baby. What that means is you need to pump often. You can pump on one side, double pump while you're nursing, you just gotta pump. Now, I have found it's particularly helpful if you pump after you're nursing. So even though you might feel empty, this helps tell your body, hey, baby actually still hungry and needs more milk, and can help stimulate that increased supply. And since every drop counts, you could use a milk catcher on one side while you nurse or pump on the other. This can help catch those few drops that may come after a letdown. To back up the increased frequency of pumping, here's another helpful tip. Keep your schedule consistent. So start with 3 sessions a day and do not skip any sessions. Your body needs those frequent reminders to keep producing that milk. If you find your baby needs more than you're producing, you could add in another session in the morning or in the evening. More demand equals more supply. Just keep in mind when you're with your actual baby, it's good to feed them whenever they want, especially in those first 6 weeks. This is really helpful for the hormone prolactin, which is your main milk-producing hormone. Bonus fact. Now, when it comes to the actual pumping, I've had times where I have pumped and gotten nada, and other times I've pumped for 20 minutes and gotten 6 to 8 ounces. So do not be discouraged. Here's some tips to help make that pump work for you. First off, you want to make sure you have the correct flange size. How do you know if you have the correct flange size? Well, you need to measure your nipple. That's right. Here we are, nipple measuring. Now, if your nipple measurement is between 17 millimeters and 20 millimeters, you fit the standard size or 24 millimeter flange. If you find you are a little below or above that, you may need a different flange. So you have the correct flange size, but maybe you're still feeling uncomfortable with some stretching or tugging, and in that case, you can try some nipple cream or coconut oil around the edge of the flange tunnel before you start pumping. Because you already have to pump, you want to be rewarded with milk, not chafing. Now, this next tip was super helpful for me. So when you are pumping, you want to start with a fast suction rhythm. This is called simulation mode in pumping terms. And once you start to feel a little bit of a pinching in your breasts and start to notice the flow of that sweet white liquid, you have started letdown. And at this point, you can switch to expression mode, which is a slower, more powerful suction rhythm. Now, something to keep in mind, some pumps do this automatically for you, but other pumps you have to manually adjust this with a button or a dial. Either way, you can adjust the settings to work for you. After 10 seconds or so, if you aren't noticing any flow of milk, you can try hand expressing. Now, most of your milk ducts are actually in the periphery around your breasts, and if you've ever breastfed your baby, you've probably noticed those areas are right where their little hands go to pinch and grab at you. And they must be geniuses because that actually can help express milk. So while you're pumping, you can massage those areas to help encourage flow. I just leave out the eye poking and the face pushing because I don't think that actually helps with supply. Now, while you're pumping, here is a big thing to remember. Your baby. Whether you're on your couch, in your car, in a bathroom stall at work, pull out that phone and start scrolling through pictures of your baby. This can actually trick your mind into thinking you're actually nursing and get those love hormones started so you can stimulate that milk supply. Now, we are down to the last few tips I got for you. One you may have heard of are different foods or herbs you can try to boost your supply. These are called galactagogues if you want to sound fancy at your next play date. But they include things like fenugreek, alfalfa, oats. You can even try lactation bars or cookies. I know for me, fenugreek and oats did the trick, if you know what I mean. Also, and this might just go without saying, but it's really important to stay hydrated. And this can be hard to remember when you're spending all this time taking care of a baby. You do have to take care of yourself too. So find yourself a fancy cup and get to drinking. All right, those are all my tips. If you are still struggling after these to boost your supply, definitely reach out to a lactation consultant. They are so helpful, they're so knowledgeable, and they can give you recommendations like medication or power pumping. And if you're looking at pumps and trying to decide which one would be best for you, definitely check out Babylist series on pump reviews. If there's anything that has worked for you that I've not mentioned here, leave it in the comment sections below so you can help us all boost that supply. Thanks for watching and good luck.